Through my in-person and online color analysis services through the years, I've met many people who have black, brown, or perhaps yellow overtone qualities to their coloring. So the outer appearance of their coloring is in one of these color spectrums. And they receive their results, and I come back and say they have a cool or a neutral cool undertone. And if they're an in-person client, they see it through the fabrics. And you know, when they receive these results, they're rather surprised typically. And that's been a learning for me, where many people who have these overtone coloring qualities to their skin think that it's impossible for them to be cool, and have only considered them to be on the warm side of things as a possibility. And so in this video, I'm producing it for you if your overtone quality is in one of these color ranges and think that it's impossible for you to have a cool undertone. So stay tuned. I'm Carol Brailey of carolbrailey.com. So my intro in this video was rather long and explained fully what is in this video. And if you have previously seen the True Winter in-person analysis with Andrea, that she's a great representation of somebody who believed for years and years that she could only lean to the warm undertone side of things, and through that video she experienced the palette of cool and true winter on her and could visually see that there's no way the warm coloring would add to her sparkle. And so if you're one of those people who believe for many years that it's impossible for you to have a cool or neutral cool undertone, this video is for you. So in this video, it's going to be so fun. I've recruited all male volunteers to participate as models in this video, where I'm gonna go through warm and cool color scenarios against them. So I did get them pictured in person, so I have fabrics in this video against them. And before I jump into the picture examples, I first want to say that the key word for this video is lean cool. So when I say lean cool, I really just mean the first step of color analysis. If you've seen any of my other videos, there are 3 steps in color analysis. The first step is to decide whether somebody leans cool or warm, and it's really the third step that ultimately decides whether somebody is neutral, neutral cool, neutral warm, fully cool, fully warm. But this video is only gonna go through the first step and looking at whether the models lean cool or warm. I will first, before we jump into all the scenarios, say that everybody in this video leans cool, and I've purposely done that to prove the point that not everybody in these overtone ranges will lean warm. In all the pictures coming up on your screen, you'll see brown or orange on the left and gray or pink on the right. The brown orange is the warm colors. The gray pinks are the cool colors, and the only difference between the 2 sets of colors are the undertone. As you've seen in my other videos, there are 3 aspects to every color we see: undertone, value, and intensity. And in all these pictures, the value and intensity ranges are in the exact same range. It's just the undertone that differs. So the first picture on your screen here is VJ. So the warm colors are on the left. The cool color is on the right. So here's the brown versus gray. And the gray is adding the lift. The brown is just too much of a blend and is not adding any sparkle to him. And again, this is the first step in color analysis, which is, I look at it as a process of elimination. So I'm not saying brown might not ultimately be in his palette, but this particular brown against this particular gray, I'm liking the gray better, which is the cool side of things. And look at his jawline in this picture with the gray. It's definitely more lifted and refined. The next picture is Andrew. So the same brown versus gray comparison, and the gray is adding the lift. The brown is too much of a blend and it's not doing anything for him. So I'm liking the gray better. I also have a picture with Andrew with orange versus the cool pink. And the cool pink is adding the lift and vibrancy. The orange is just not doing anything for him. And again, ultimately, he may be in the neutral cool undertone range, but in this particular comparison, I'm liking the right side better than the left side, which is the cool coloring. I will also say, if you're having trouble seeing this, just ask yourself, where is your eye more naturally inclined to look? Are you looking at the fabric first or Andrew's face first? And, if you're looking at the fabric first, so I'm looking at, for instance, the orange before Andrew's face in this photo, and which means that the color is out of harmony with him. It's overwhelming him, overpowering him. You want to look at somebody's face first. Here is Teddy. So here's the brown versus gray. So again, brown's on the left, which is warm. The cool gray is on the right. The gray is adding the lift. Look at particularly the jawline in this photo. It's definitely much more refined. The brown is doing nothing for him. Here is Teddy with orange versus pink. The pink is adding the lift. Look at the jawline as well. This is quite significant. And here is my son, actually, Mon Lee. He was so thrilled to do this set of pictures. So unfortunately, the brown picture on the left I have of Mon Lee is probably not the best lighting, but hopefully you can see that the brown is not doing anything for him. It's not adding the lift. The gray is adding the lift. Here is Mon Lee with orange versus pink. Again, the lighting in this photo isn't exactly the best, but hopefully you can see that the pink is adding the lift and vibrancy to him, particularly in the jawline area. The orange is overwhelming him. You're more inclined to look at the orange before Mon Lee's face, and you want to look at Mon Lee's face first. Here is Ukel. So here is brown versus gray. Again, the brown is just too much. It's overwhelming him. The gray is adding the lift. You're more inclined to look at Ukel's face first in the gray, and with the brown, it's overwhelming him. It's not adding any vibrancy. The contrast with the gray is adding the lift. Here is orange versus pink on Ukel, and the orange is not doing anything for him. It's the pink that's adding the lift. If you're having trouble seeing this, again, just look at the jawline area and ask yourself if you're more inclined to look at the fabric before Ukel's face. And definitely the sparkle is added with the pink here. So hopefully this video has helped you look at your overtone coloring slightly differently and not rule out cool or neutral cool fully for yourself if you're in one of these overtone ranges. Have a great day.